Okay everybody, welcome back to the Dickinson Homestead. If you're new, hello and welcome. My name is Shauna. So today I have 4 pot pie recipes for you. It should have been 5, but I kind of ruined one of them. And it was pretty bad. So it's only 4. But they are awesome recipes and I know you're gonna love them. I love them, my husband loved them, my kids loved them, except for Riley, he's super picky. So I also have a giveaway at the end of this video, so keep on watching. We're gonna get into cooking and I'll see you at the end. Okay friends, so for this pot pie, we're gonna do a taco pot pie. This is really, really yummy. I love this one, so I hope you try this out. So what you're gonna need is 2 deep dish pie shells. All the pie shells that I have are deep dish, so just FYI. This is the Kroger brand one, and I really do like the Kroger brand one rather than the Walmart brand. I just think they're better quality. But I've gone ahead and pricked mine all the way around, and I'm gonna put it in the oven at 400. Just on the rack, that's what the direction says, and I'm gonna get these cooked up real quick. The pie shells, that is. And you're gonna need some cheddar cheese. Don't mind the pile of it. I just freshly grated a block of cheddar cheese right there. I've got it in a pie shell, or I've got it in a pie plate. I've got 1 can of refried beans, 1 can of rotel. This is the fire roasted. It doesn't have to be fire roasted, just a can of rotel, or even just a couple cans of the small green chilies. It's up to you, but I like the fire roasted. It's one of my favorites. 1 can of black beans and 1 can of whole kernel corn. Now I will be draining this. I'll be draining this and rinsing it, and then draining this as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this part done. Oh, I'm sorry, and then 2 pounds of taco meat. Now I just ground up some hamburger meat and put in some taco meat, just like any other like basic taco ground beef recipe. So I've got that right there, 2 pounds of that. So let me get this done real quick with the pie shells and we'll be back to build our pot pie. Okay, we are all done. It cooked for a good 45 minutes. About halfway through, I went on ahead and covered the sides of the pies with some foil, and they're done. And that's just how it comes out. And I just served mine with some shredded lettuce, some tomatoes, and some green onions, and a little bit of sour cream. And it came out perfect. Okay everybody, so tonight I'm going to be making a cheeseburger pot pie, or bacon cheeseburger pot pie. This is one of my absolute favorites. I love this. I've actually shown this in another What's for Dinner, but I loved it so much that I wanted to include this in this pot pie whole video. It is delicious. So I've got right here in my cast iron skillet, I've got 6 slices of thick bacon chopped up. I'm gonna go ahead and fry this up right now. And then once I've got this, once I've got all of the bacon nice and crispy, I'm going to put in my hamburger at that point. I just turned on the wrong burner. I am so smart. Okay, like I said, crisp up the bacon, leave the bacon grease in there, and then we'll start on the hamburger meat. Okay, so now that the bacon is pretty crispy, there's a lot of grease in here. I'm gonna leave it in here. And the reason why is because I am gonna be draining it, but I'm gonna drain it after I have all of the hamburger meat done with the bacon, so that bacon grease and the flavor gets all into the hamburger meat. Okay, I need to let that kind of simmer down so you can hear what I was saying. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some black pepper, and I washed my hands. So, some sea salt. I am making a big old mess over here on the side. As well as some garlic powder. This is all to taste. I'm gonna put in some of this Weber. This is the gourmet burger seasoning. My husband's been using this for cheeseburgers lately, and they've been absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there as well, because the seasoning is awesome. Okay, now once all of this gets browned up, I'm gonna go ahead and drain it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we have everything browned and drained, we're gonna go ahead and put in 1 cup of ketchup. I'm a little under a cup just because I ran out, so I'm gonna have to get some more tomorrow, or I'm gonna have some very whiny children when it comes to chicken nuggets. Okay, and then 1/4 cup of mayo. Get a smaller spoon. And then a couple of tablespoons of yellow mustard. 1 and 2. You're gonna give that a good stir. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we're gonna go in with some cheese. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slices here. I might not use them all, but we're gonna give it a go because the cheesier, the better. Now for the topping, we're gonna be using a crescent roll dough. Okay, so this is the one that we're gonna use. This is a crescent roll dough sheet. Hopefully this works out really well. Last time I made this, I only used the regular crescent dough in the triangles, and it worked out just fine. But I just so happen to have this time, and we're gonna use it. Hopefully I can finagle it to fit this round, because this is actually rectangle. But we shall see how this will go. And it might not work. Pull this and just stretch as far as we can. Oh, it already tore. Oh. Okay, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Now you're gonna take 1 egg and you're gonna beat it, and we're gonna give it an egg wash. Okay, and now we're gonna sprinkle on some sesame seeds to give it that extra feel of cheeseburger. Okay, now it's ready to go into the oven. I've got it preheated at 375. We're gonna cook it anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes. So in the oven it goes. That is hot. Okay, y'all, so for this pot pie, I feel like I'm gonna get a little bit of flack for this one. I don't know why, I just have that feeling, because half of my crowd, I love homemade from scratch meals, and the other half of the crowd are like the homemade from scratch meals. That's too many steps, just give me something quick and easy. And then whenever I do something quick and easy like this, I get told, because I have been told, that I'm a lazy cook. And it really does, it hurts my feelings, but it also cracks me up because I can't win for losing. But this pot pie is for my friends that want something easy to do, something quick that you can get on your kitchen table throughout the weeknight. So this is for you. So what this is a chicken and broccoli cheese pot pie. It's super, super yummy. I know I can make this from scratch, but I really wanted to have some pot pies in here that were super simple but actually tasted really good as well. So what you're gonna need is Now, I got this from H-E-B, but I know Walmart has these in the Tyson where it's pre-seasoned chicken breast. So this is the one that I got from H-E-B. It's the savory seasoned. This is the chicken breast, fully cooked. So really all I need to do is take a couple of the chicken breasts out, heat them up in the microwave, and then you're done. Like I said, I know Walmart has, I think it's the Tyson brand that has the already fully cooked and seasoned chicken breast. This will make your life a lot easier during the weekdays. Okay, so that's what I have right there. And then you're gonna need some broccoli florets, either frozen like I have or fresh, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna need some, maybe just a cup and a half of broccoli florets, and then you're gonna wanna chop them. Now mine are frozen. I'm not gonna use a full 2-pound bag, but I knew I was gonna have a couple of recipes that needed broccoli florets, so that's why I got this big old mamma jamma. So I'm gonna take some of these out, and I'm just gonna let them, you know, kind of come to room temperature, and then I'm gonna chop them up, okay? And then you're going to need some of the cheese dip. This is the Great Value, or you could do Cheese Whiz. And then 1 can of cream of celery soup. You can do Great Value if you wanted to. It works out just fine, but I have the Campbell's. You're gonna need to do, this is totally optional, but it just gives a little bit of extra filling. I got the 10-minute, minute rice. This is the jasmine one. You're only gonna need 1 of the bags and boil it up. So while you're heating up this, so while you're heating up your chicken breast, you could be boiling this at the same time, okay? And then for mine, I like to grab one of these out of here, the deep dish pie crust. And then also you can do, they didn't have the Great Value in stock, so mine got substituted for the Pillsbury pie crust. So I've got this for the bottom and then one of these for the top. It's up to you on how you do that. Okay, and then some garlic for seasoning, salt, and pepper as well. So we're gonna get on into this and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my chicken all done up here. I ended up doing 4 chicken breasts. I might have gone a little bit overboard, but that's okay. I'm gonna put in the chicken a little bit at a time, and if I feel like there's enough already in there, I can use the rest for chicken salads tomorrow for lunch. Always a silver lining somewhere. So I've got that done, and while I was chopping that up and then getting the broccoli heated up a little bit, I went on ahead and got my 2 bags of rice done right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in the chicken. Okay, and then of course the 1 can of cream of celery and the cheese dip. And garlic powder. I really need to get some more garlic powder. I am running very low. Give that a good little mixin'. Okay, all I've done now is just put these 2 pie shells, the Great Value pie shells, in the oven and just let them kind of crisp up a little bit. And I did poke the bottoms just so that I wouldn't have any bubbling. So now I'm just gonna fill them up, and then I'm going to place the top part of the pie crust on top of them, and then I'm gonna bake them for a good 40 minutes at 425. I do believe that's what the directions say. And then about halfway through, about 20 minutes in, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll cover the sides of the pie crust so that they don't burn as well. And pot pies are really awesome for after Thanksgiving and Christmas. To use up leftovers, just put it in a pie shell and make some pot pies out of it. I mean, this is basically your, broccoli cheese casserole in pot pie form, and it's amazing. Okay, and I almost forgot, I got the other one done. This one turned out a little bit better than this one. I know a lot of people like go around and trim off the extra, but I don't do that because I like to actually eat the extra, you know, crispiness around the edges. That's just my personal preference. That's what I like to do. Now, I almost forgot to get my egg, and I always do an egg wash on the top of them for that extra yumminess. Okay, and in the oven they will go. And again, like I said, I'll be about halfway through the cooking time. I'm gonna put some aluminum foil around the edges. I need to get some of those really cool ones off of Amazon, and I never remember to order them. But in the oven they go. Okay, so I just went and cut it. It would have been a perfect slice, like coming out, if I would have let it sit for a couple more minutes. But I did taste the little actual things. Oh, it's so good. It's like Thanksgiving heaven in a pie. Oh my gosh, I hope y'all try this out because that is so yummy. And you can see it actually really did turn out pretty good slices where everything didn't just like fall out all goopy. Now I'm gonna let the pretty one stay all nice and pretty, and I'm gonna let my husband take that to work tomorrow for lunch. So he gets the pretty one and we get to eat the ugly duckling, but it's still good. Okay friends, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the Alfredo sauce that's gonna go into this pot pie. Now this isn't a traditional pot pie that's gonna go into a pie shell. This is more of a kind of casserole-y pot pie. There's so many different variations of pot pie that's out there, and this is just one of them. Just something different rather than your regular pot pie. So for this one, the sauce that's gonna be in it is for the kind of like faux gravy is gonna be actually a Alfredo sauce. Now you can either buy a jar of Alfredo sauce and put 2 cups worth of Alfredo into this, or you can be like me and make your own because you don't have a jar of Alfredo sauce in your pantry, but you have all the ingredients to actually make a homemade Alfredo sauce. Now my favorite Alfredo sauce always is the cream cheese Alfredo sauce. It's my favorite, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I know this is like all over Pinterest. I've been doing this recipe since my eldest kid was a littlin', and we just always like it and go back to this specific recipe. So what you're going to need for this recipe is 1 stick of butter. You can do salted butter or you can do unsalted butter. It's up to you, but I'm doing salted butter for mine, and we're just going to melt that down. I'm going to put it on kind of a medium high right there. You're going to need 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. I done put on the wrong burner. What is wrong with me? Acting like I don't know my own stove. Okay, there we go again. Kind of on a low. I don't want to, you know, straight up burn this. Okay. And then we're gonna do 4 ounces of cream cheese. Okay, you're gonna need 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. You're gonna need some powdered garlic, salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna link down the video that I found with this. This is fresh roasted garlic and olive oil that I did a couple weeks ago, and I'm actually gonna take some of these cloves of garlic and just mash them up into the saucepan, or you can just take some fresh garlic cloves and, you know, mash them in your garlic press, what have you. If you don't have any fresh garlic, you really don't need this. This is just an extra step that just makes it even more yummier. That's all I'm saying, but you can use whatever kind of garlic that you have. Okay, so we're gonna let this melt down real quick and we'll be on to the next step. And I'm putting in a good 4 ounces of the whipped cream cheese. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and take my garlic and I'm just gonna kind of mash it. Okay, we're gonna put that in there. Melted. I'm just gonna let this sit aside until I get everything else done, and the longer it sets and cools, the thicker it will become. Okay, so now that we have everything done, I've got my casserole dish right here, and I just went on ahead and sprayed it with some vegetable oil right there. And we're also going to be topping this with biscuits. I've got another can of biscuits in my refrigerator, so we'll see if we need the extra can, and I'll let you know if I need to put any extra on there as well. And this is just like the regular dollar can of biscuits. It's 10 of them in there, the little ones right there. It's not like the Grand's biscuits or anything like that. It's just the small ones. I ground 2 pounds of spicy Italian sausage. It's like the Johnsonville sausage that comes in the links, or you can do the ground one, whatever you want to do. I'm only gonna use about a pound and a half of the ground sausage, and then I'm gonna save the other one for the zuppa toscana soup that my husband really likes. So that's why there's so much meat right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting in the ground sausage. Okay, that should work just fine. And then I've got 2 cups of kale, and then a can of cut green beans, just another option. You could always put carrots in there if you want to. I don't have any. And pour in your Alfredo sauce, and then get everything mixed together. And then I'm gonna get my biscuits quartered, and I'm gonna be tossing them all on top of the actual dish. Best. Yeah. I don't know. What do you do? Yes, you can watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Okay, so I want this to be more of a kind of garlic bread topping. So what you're going to do now is clean off your basting brush. Okay, so I've got some melted butter right here, and I'm just gonna kind of just literally just put it on top of the biscuits. No rhyme or reason, just kind of dab it on there. The butter. Did I say I melted butter? I think you can see in the bowl that I actually melted butter, but right now I'm kind of tired. I don't really feel like I'm making a whole lot of sense, but here we go. Okay, and now I'm gonna take some, garlic powder and just sprinkle that all on top. And just sprinkle that all on top, just like so. You totally skip this part, but I'm gonna make it a little fancy. And then some Parmesan cheese. I kind of wish I did have some freshly grated Parm, but that's okay. That's okay, this will do just fine. Again, I'm just putting it on the top. Okay. Now I've got my oven set at 375, and that's just because that's what the biscuit can says. So we're gonna cook this until the biscuits are nice and fluffy and golden on top. Okay, so I just tried it, and that is absolutely Alfredo heaven with biscuits. It's delicious. It is absolutely delicious. Now, if you don't like the Italian sausage, you could absolutely switch that out to chicken breast, cubed chicken breast. You could switch that out to rotisserie chicken. I mean, even andouille sausage, something like that. But I think it is so good just like this. It's delicious. And I wanted to make sure that I had extra Alfredo sauce so that I could like drizzle it over my biscuits, and oh my gosh, it is so good. It is so good. I hope you try this out. Okay, so that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun coming up with these recipes and getting them all done. I love all different kinds of pot pie recipes, not just your basic chicken pot pie or your beef pot pie. I love playing around with different ingredients, different recipes. It's just a lot of fun for me. So let me know which one you plan on doing. And if you have any certain pot pie recipes that you want to share with me down below and with everybody else, then please do so. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm having a giveaway. It's for hitting 8,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everybody who has stuck with me and everybody who decided that they liked me and subscribed. So for my giveaway, I'm so excited. I'm gonna be giving away one of these Amazon basic Dutch ovens. I'm gonna give it away in the white. It is absolutely beautiful. This comes in and out of stock all the time, so it's a pretty popular Dutch oven. They also have a brazier that I'm dying to get, and it keeps coming in and out of stock. And then they have different sizes of this as well. I think this is the medium one. I think this is a 6-quart Dutch oven, and I know they have a bigger one in stock as well. So next Friday, I'm going to be putting the winner in the description box next Friday, and good luck to everyone. I'll have all the, what is that? what is the word? I'm gonna blink. Rules, there we go. The rules of engagement are gonna be down below, so make sure you read about that as well. This would also be really great for any kind of Christmas present too, for anybody who loves to cook in your family. So with that being said, thank you again. I appreciate you more than you know. I'm gonna be having another giveaway at the beginning of December, and it's not for like any kind of like hitting any kind of goal or anything. It's just a Christmas giveaway to one of my subscribers that are down here, so I just wanted to give back a little. Okay everybody, I'll see you in my next one. Bye y'all.